I don't have that anymore. But I do. I have God to lean on. So I'm just really, really excited. And I already have like an idea of what I want to, like, I already pretty much have an idea of how I want to decorate and how I want to put it all together. And like, that's what I'm really excited for, is to just like have my own place and make it my own place and make it home. That's the thing, is like, I feel like all of my apartments they felt like home for a little bit, but not really. And that's what I'm really excited for, is to just like make it home, make it my home, make it my thing. And I just have like all these ideas, and I love hosting, honestly. So I really want to like host get-togethers with my friends, and maybe even a Bible study in the future. Like, I don't know, but I know that this is big, and I can feel it. And I know that like God has been making some really big changes in my life, and I wasn't expecting this one. Like, there's already so much change going on, and a lot of growth and different things just been going on. But I know that this one is a big one, and I know that this is really going to make a lot of room in my life for what is coming for me. And today we actually talked at church about how to hear the voice of God. And you know, sometimes it's not necessarily a voice that you're going to hear. Sometimes it's a feeling. And that's, for me, that's what it felt when I felt like I was supposed to be getting my own place, because it was like this feeling that I had, that I felt like God was calling me to something else, to something more. And that's typically what it's been like for me. Like, God will speak to you in different ways. God will speak to you through a feeling. God will speak to you by speaking to you. God will speak to you through his word, through a friend, through a situation. Like, you have to be open to receiving what God has for you. And but are you being obedient to that? When God tells you to move, are you moving? Because typically there have been instances in my past where I haven't moved when God's told me to move, and it's caused me hurt and pain and sorrow. But there's also been times where God has called me to move, and I have moved, and it's caused me blessings and gratitude and growth. And so therefore I can look back on those moments and know that every single time that God has called me to move, and I've either listened or not listened, I either gain or I hurt. And the one that hurts me is the one that I choose for myself. The one that grows me and where I prosper is the one that God had planned for me. And that's what it's going to be. Like, typically when God tells you to move, it's not necessarily in alignment with what you're wanting to do, but it's in alignment with what he wants you to do. And that is the part that matters. That is the part that is going to grow you beyond your belief and to prosper you, because God has plans for you to prosper and not to harm you. And that's a promise. And God is a promising, faithful, loving God. And that you can trust in. So I encourage you that if God is calling you to move towards something, whether that be a new business opportunity or quitting your job or settling down, like moving, whatever it may be, I pray that you're open to that. I pray that you're open to receiving what God has for you, because God has something for you, and God is speaking to you. He's always speaking to you. He's always with you. And that brings me into my Bible verse that I want to highlight. This episode is kind of a short one, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I have a banging headache right now, and I'm struggling to even do this episode, like, just being completely honest. But I did want to come on here and just kind of share my testimony, because I feel like it's really, really powerful. And I just want to encourage you guys to follow where God is calling you to be. But within our Bible verse that I want to highlight today is the Bible verse that really calmed me this week was Exodus 3:12. God answered, I will be with you, and this is your sign that I'm the one has sent you. And this is your sign that I am the one who has sent you. And if that doesn't provide you peace, like, it should provide you so much peace, because God answered, I will be with you. And that's a promise. God is not going to call you to do something where he's not going with you. He's not leading you and guiding your footsteps and guiding every step that you take. He may not guide the whole path. He may not show you the whole path, but he will guide your footsteps. He will show you each footstep that you're supposed to take in order to get closer to where he's calling you to go. And that is a promise. And that should provide you so much peace, because even when you feel dark and lonely, God is still with you. And I pray that he just provides you peace within this scripture and within this episode and whatever you may be going through. And I pray that you just lean on him. So again, I'm sorry for cutting this one short, guys, but I love you guys. You guys can always find me on social media at Steph_Deal. Leave a rating and review. And don't forget to take care of yourself, because when you're not your best self, you can't help others become their best selves as well. I love you guys. Bye.